The Subcommittee for Education involves quite a bit. And of course, as I travel throughout Oklahoma, and people say, we need more money in education. What they mean is just K through 12. And so the Education Subcommittee makes up 51.2% of the state appropriated budget. So they get a lot more money than what the state puts into it. But I just want to talk about state appropriations today in all of these different areas. And so the Education Subcommittee is about $3.9 billion. And so keep in mind that that's 51.2% of the overall budget. Our top 12 agencies, and we've discussed many of those prior to today, make up 91% of our overall budget and leave 68 other smaller agencies for the other 9%. Whether we support education enough or not is a continual conversation, but they are our number one expenditure in the state of Oklahoma. The State Department of Education, and that's K through 12, receive about $2.9 billion. It's $2,992,729,814, and that's 39% of that total amount. Now, this last year we did $32.8 million for flexible health benefits, $11.7 million for 2 months of the teacher pay raise that was passed in 2019. And I tell you, talking to my colleagues, we want to make sure that's protected as we move forward. Higher education last year was $770,414,742, and it's about 10% of the overall state appropriation. The two main campuses, and that's OU and OSU, the average cost of mandatory tuition and fees for a full-time undergraduate student is over $2,000 lower than the average for the other schools in the Big 12. And I like that. I think those are good numbers for the state of Oklahoma. It believes we believe in education. We want to keep investing in education. Career Tech, which really promotes jobs in Oklahoma and can turn on a dime in their budget. But we appropriated $137,471,871. It's about 2% of the overall state appropriation, but they had an enrollment of 455,124 students. That's amazing. Oklahoma is also a little bit unique that we have the Oklahoma Center for Advancement in Science and Technology, OCAST. $13.7 million. Every dollar Oklahoma invests, $22 will return to the state through wages, capital investments, and revenue growth. And I'm saying, if you're not really familiar with that, take a little time, get to learn about OCAST. The Commissioner of Land Office, $8.3 million. And this is constitutional. It manages 750,000 surface acres and 1.1 million mineral acres, $2.27 billion in permanent trust investments, and it distributed about $127 million in fiscal year 20. It's amazing things. It's good for schools. That was its design. We're glad to have it. The School of Science and Math, $6 million. And I visited with the superintendent or the president of Science and Math yesterday, Dr. Wang, and I tell you what, we've got some international students coming in. And it is renowned throughout the world of being a great school. 148 students currently enrolled, 32 faculty members hold master's degrees, 91% hold a doctorate in their academic discipline, and a wonderful school, and Oklahoma is very fortunate to have it. $4.3 million goes to the Department of Libraries. 101,659 interlibrary loans processed through the Oklahoma Department of Libraries in FY20. And I know as a rural legislature, they've been very important in my libraries, like in Chakotah and other places, and I'm sure they are across Oklahoma. And when we talk about rural Oklahoma, one of the major programs that we invest in is the physician manpower training. And the PMTC provides scholarships for rural residents, physician assistant students, nursing students. It also provides loan repayment for physicians and physicians' assistants. And we invested $6.9 million. And right now we need rural health, and this is a major player in rural health. The Arts Council, $2.7 million, and they awarded 550 grants in FY20 to 88 communities in 49 counties statewide through a competitive grant making. And I know in my area, like the Woody Guthrie Folk Festival, they are oftentimes awarded a grant from the Arts Council, and it's just a great work that goes on. And we're all familiar with OETA. $2.7 million. It's the most watched public broadcasting service network. Over 650,000 viewers tune into OTA on a weekly basis. It's a statewide network. It's a great thing. But so when we talk about education spending and 51.2% of our budget going to education spending, these are the areas where the money is spent.